Hey guys, we're back here for some more Standard. We're going to be doing another best of 3 event with the mono red aggro deck. Here is the list, which hasn't changed, but just to give you guys kind of a glimpse of what it looks like. And here is the sideboard. So if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. And if you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a comment, a like, sharing it with a friend, or subscribing. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into some games. So we still got quite some time before the first play-in, but yeah, just getting the reps in I think is really important to prepare for qualifier weekend. Hand looks great. Just a demo field, okay. I guess let's lead out with Ronom. Or Feldon. So it could be like blue-white control, Esper control. Yeah, probably blue-white. I don't know if Esper runs the demolition fields. Seems more like a 2-color deck kind of card. So Raid should be pretty good here. Let's go ahead and I guess let's go Scoundrel. Actually, I suppose maybe Adversary would have been better here since the Rage will get rid of the other tokens, so I guess they could kill it by blocking the Scoundrel. So that is a consideration. Kind of in hindsight there. Yeah, in that specific situation, I think maybe Adversary would have been better. That way, we would for sure be able to get to 3 toughness on either creature. Yeah, and I guess they see that also. Oh, okay, so if they want to go that way, let's go Rage on Ronom to get a little bit extra damage in. So we're getting close to be able to play this for 5 mana, and also that will make Kumano a little bit better. So maybe we just hold off on the Adversary for a turn. I guess they are Esper here, so they're probably looking to Sunfall, I guess, on their turn. or hold up maybe Emperor. I suppose it's also possible to have Shieldred here, which would be kind of annoying. The other consideration is, should we Lightning Strike now while they're tapped out? I don't know. I think there's like maybe like a small chance that they could play something that we could use the Lightning Strike against. But I think we really want to go into our next turn having all of our mana open. So maybe it's just right to Lightning Strike now. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. This is controversial. You could maybe do it on their turn, but considering they're getting low on life, every point matters now. Okay, I guess they're going for the discard, and that's fine. You can discard the Rage. I mean, I guess Rage could get, like, Scoundrel through this thing, but I think Adversary is good enough to hold on to here, because this will come in as a 3/3. So land would have been amazing here, but I think that we still go for the Adversary just to get the buff. And then actually, I think we probably just shove with everything, because if they block here, they take functionally 7. So now even if they board wipe, like, we kill them with Kumano. So what's their best bet here? Maybe they have, like, Emperor. So they could have, like, I guess potentially, like, Wandering Emperor plus Cut Down. I mean, either way, we're definitely playing Forge, and since they do run counters, we should run out the mountain. So, like, with Emperor, they go to 5, block 2 guys, or functionally block 2. So, like, these 2 are neutralized, they go to 5, so they could stabilize if they have Emperor. But I think we still just shove and force him to have it. Gonna need something else also. Okay, so they've got that plus March. So maybe now they have Emperor? Or like big counter? Sure. So the next turn they drop Horned Lock Whale. Oh, they've got Siphon Insight too. Okay. So the best bet is probably still Whale. Okay, that was unfortunate. So that problem with Celestis is now they can trigger Celestis and gain a life, which is super annoying. Not sure I agree with that attack though. I mean, unless they have something else, they're dead on board. These things do have trample. Good old on the board tricks. I think that they maybe didn't realize those had trample. But yeah. So I guess if the deck is running Whale, maybe we consider bringing in like Fealty. Fealty could be good. I guess if they have like Shieldred, we bring in Frenzy. Barrage is probably at least decent. Because they probably have like Wandering Emperor. This could also be used against Whale. So I think we cut Rage. I think we bring in the Barrage. What else? Does Play with Fire do anything? I don't think it does much. Again, I just don't know what version, if it's like hard control or if it's more like Shieldred plus Rafine and all that nonsense. So I think maybe we bring in Invasion here. And yeah, I kind of like it like that. So Invasion is nice because if they board wipe, then we can rebuild and then have it as a threat. Hand looks good. I guess like if we see Rafine or Shieldred, we're definitely bringing in Witchstalker Frenzy. I think if they play nothing here, I might actually pitch maybe the maybe Lightning Strike, since I think this just does more stuff. Like, Lightning Strike is fine, but I don't think it's what we need right now. Seems a bit odd, but I think it's probably what we should do. Okay, there's the land. Glad we dug. Open mana, I think maybe we go for Squee, just because if they kill it or if they counter it, we can try for it again. I guess if they have like Syncopate, that doesn't quite work, but... Sure. This must be more like Esper Control with like the weird partition nonsense. I think maybe now they probably have another counter of some kind. I think we run Godric here just because we've got 2 copies. Otherwise I'd go Forge, but I think Forge is a little bit stronger if it can stick around. Like, I feel like they've got another piece of nonsense here to interact with. Okay, what did that do? Oh, it just returns it to its hand. Sure. Barrage is not amazing right here. I think we want to hang on to our extra Godric because they probably have some more nonsense. So I think I can probably let go of one of the barrages. Otherwise, I suppose we could just let go of the Godric and then play another Godric. But I think maybe letting go of one barrage seems okay. So Godric can start doing work. Forge is nice. We can start getting that thing moving. And then Godric would come in as a 4/4 flyer next turn, which is kind of fun. We could just Lightning Strike plus Kumano, but I don't know that I really care too much about this spell Scorn Coven. Yeah, I guess maybe we just go Godric here because we are pushing damage. I think they just want to like set up for Whale or something. I'm not really sure what their plan is. Or maybe they're sitting on like Sunfall. It looks like they're sitting on Sunfall. If they just like block for like no value, that seems likely. I guess let's Forge. Or actually, maybe we can like go Kumano. Maybe they'll counter this. So they're representing Emperor, but even if they have Emperor here, we can just go Godric again, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay, there's the Emperor.
Be safer.
So maybe now they try to Sunfall. Doesn't really help against Forge though.
Yes, for we must protect the people.
Okay, Invasion is pretty funny. I think we still go Godric here because we do have the Kumano. But Invasion is pretty fun. They probably do have some kind of burn also. I guess we find out. And this is definitely not worth Lithomatic barraging. So they might have like another Emperor. That's possible. But I think even if they do, we just wear them down eventually with our Forge. Okay, Memory Deluge, that works. Now we can push the extra damage. So after Deluge, we've got to expect Sunfall. I mean, I suppose if they have Farewell, it's like super awkward. But outside of Farewell, we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, main phase, Otherworldly Light, I'm totally fine with. So like best they could have here is like Cut Down or Elspeth Smite. Yeah, that's a great draw for us. So now we can add Squee to the mix. And this should be pretty close to game, because we've got an extra 5 in our hand. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I guess since they only had 1 mana, if like we assume they don't have anything, we could have just gone for it. But I think this was fine. All right, 1-0. Hey guys, if you have been enjoying my channel and would like to help support the content, you can do so at patreon.com/hand_of_justice. I just put together a Patreon page, and it really would help quite a bit in giving me the ability to continue to make great videos here for you guys going forward. Here is what the page looks like. I'll include a description or a link in the description, but this is the page you'll see, and then you'll have an option here of which level you'd like to support at, if you are able. We have all the way from dedicated, Justicar, Magister, and Titan levels of support. So with this, you will get early access to my content, and then in addition, at the higher levels, you will also be listed as part of a special thanks at the beginning of each of my videos. So it really does mean the world to me, and thank you guys so much again for supporting. Even if you're only able just to watch my videos and not support monetarily, it does mean a great deal to me. So thank you so much for watching. Yeah, his hand looks amazing. The nice thing here too is we have a good setup for Forge or Squee, depending on whichever we want. We can force it with Scoundrel. I think we want to hang on to this here, just because they potentially could have like 3/2s and other stuff like that. So here we definitely go for the extra treasure token though. So we want to get this stuff rolling. Then I guess if they tap out, we can have like a good like squee turn, but otherwise probably forge. All right, that seems pretty good. Yeah, normally I would forge here, but we kind of want this thing to die. So I think we go... We could potentially kill both of them, actually. So I kind of want to, like, swing in, see what they do. I guess the other possible play here might be a little bit of a weak play, but I think it actually does sort of make sense, is we go Scoundrel into Treasure Token, and then we have double play with Fire. So we could potentially get both of them. I actually kind of like that play. Because then we can just like clear out and like stop their mana nonsense. Plus it gives another 1/1 that they will be obligated to block, most likely. I mean, it is somewhat suspicious, but such is life. The other nice thing, too, is it gives a double play with Fire in case they've got, like, protection nonsense. Oh, that's right. I forgot they could just... Oh, never mind. I forgot they can just make that thing turn into a 3/3. I guess we just kill this now so that it becomes a 2/2. And then we just kill it. I totally forgot this guy made mana, that they could use that turn. So I guess they just repeat last turn. Now I think we get Forge going. So they'll have a 3/3 and a 1/1. So I guess they use this to block Squee. Seems okay. I guess Scrap Gorger makes it so we can't recast Squee, which is kind of annoying. But we are pushing damage. And now they've got to do it like main phase to make it so we can't recast Squee. Well, actually we don't have enough cards, but... we could still potentially burn them out here. Oh, Sentry is nasty. That was really nasty. So if we play Soken's In as a land, then we can Foundry plus Feldon. They have 4 blockers. So that's these 2 and these 2. We hit for 3. Can get them to 1. And we... it seems like a pretty good play. I mean, dropping them to 1, there's like so many outs that we have then. So I feel like that's probably correct. And they have to block Feldon, so we're getting at least another card. Oh, if they kill Feldon, this is just great. Okay, I don't know why they're double blocking. I think that's game. Whoops. Unless they've got like some other nonsense for 1 green. Or maybe Elspeth Smite? Combat math is for blockers. So Forge seems good. Barrage seems okay. Like they have Annex Sentry, which it would have been good against. Like it's okay against the Norn. But I think maybe Frenzy is just like more all around better just because it deals with green creatures also. Play with Fire does deal with the Norn, but not a whole lot else. So I think for the same reason, I think we cut the Rage because they'll probably bring in more removal. Epicure actually seems kind of weak here just because the creatures are so much bigger. And then I think we bring in probably Invasion and maybe some number of Twisted Fealties. Fealty seems good. I guess we could bring in like Barrage also. I guess, yeah, Barrage is probably more useful than Play with Fire. So I think we bring in like maybe 2 or 3 Barrages. And then Play with Fire is probably also less good than just taking their stuff. Maybe something like that. Yeah, let's try that. I guess they had black also, so maybe Barrage is not quite as good. But I mean, they had Annex Sentry, so they presumably are still using it. So go for the throat or cut down. Okay, I guess grasp also works. Lissa. Sure. Round 2. I see you and raise you a Glissa. Okay, well that's kind of annoying. They can make the 3/3. No stopping that. So I guess with that in mind, maybe we just forage here and just start that party going. Because like Squee just walks into their 3/3 and that doesn't feel great. I think forage is maybe the move. Then we'll have more guys next turn for Frenzy. This way we can at least force him to flip it. And I think you attack there so like they don't play like another Inquisitor and get it as a 4/4. Ooh, this is nasty. Okay, big Lissa. So I think this turn has to be... So we get in for 2. I think we go Frenzy plus Barrage here, because we don't want these things to be bigger than 2/2s. It's already a problem. Yeah, we don't have extra mana. I think we just have to do that, exactly. So, Barrage... Yeah, they have just tons of boom booms. Okay. Whew. All right. So now, what's the play? They're at 7. What does this thing do next turn? First strike and death touch. Good God. So we've got a 3/1 trample. We have Squee, so that's 4 attackers. And I guess we could also go Soakins in and like get 5 attackers with Scoundrel, so we could push a little bit of damage. Doesn't feel great though, because like he just blocks Squee here, and then like 1/2. 1/1. We push, I guess, 3 damage. We gotta play to our outs though, so. Okay, I think we go Scoundrel for sure. Did we do Wicked Tokens though? 2 3s. I guess we could go like Scoundrel, and then have like... Yeah, it's just not quite as good. So now we swing with 5 guys. Potentially hit them for 4. The swing back is 3, 6, 10. So at least forces them to be a little bit defensive. Although now they can just use Gliss's ability and then have like more blockers, which is super annoying. I think the second Glissa probably did it. So I think our only hope here is if, like, if we draw a Lightning Strike and then, like, oh my god, they didn't attack. We're actually still in this. Okay, so Godric, yeah, flies over for 5, and that's game. I think that's it. Yeah, because he pumps once. He's a 3, he becomes a 4/4, pumps once, and that should be game. Unless they have removal, you've got a chance here. I don't think these guys attacking matters. Do you have the removal? Hope not. And that'll do it. All right, 2-0. We will see you tomorrow for part 2. So thank you guys for watching. And I guess actually before we go, let's take a quick look at the stats. So currently 88% win rate, 14 wins and 2 losses. This isn't reflective of like all of my games because I've done some on my laptop where it's not tracking, but everything on the computer here. Yeah, it's been going pretty well. So we will see you tomorrow.